Guard forward march. Join us in reciting the Scout Oath.
To do my duty to God and my country, and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Next, the Scout Law.
Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
So, color guard. We now like to ask fellow scouts from our troop to speak about the path to evil, as each one describes the scout rank and lights a candle to symbolize Lilah's completion of each rank on her path to evil. I would like to have Mia, Addison, Delia, Bryn, Joyce, Kari, and Charlotte to please join me. So,
sorry about the spelling errors. My parents typed that out.
can I have Lilah come up to receive her evil pin and...
Oh, not quite yet, Gracie. Wait for them to do.
Are we there yet?
No, don't worry.
The first rank, Scout, is earned by demonstrating a basic knowledge of Scouting ideals and symbolism, along with several commonly used knots.
Tenderfoot. The second rank recognizes new skills, Scoutcraft, physical fitness, citizenship, personal growth, and Scout spirit. To earn the Tenderfoot rank, you'll spend the night in a tent you help pitch. Begin learning first aid, assist in preparing a camp meal, and begin learning to use and care for camp tools like a knife, saw, and axe.
Are you supposed to light the thing?
To earn the second class rank, you'll expand your Scoutcraft skills, spending more nights outdoors, building a campfire, planning and cooking camp meals, the using of a compass and map, identifying wild animals and plants, and developing swimming and water rescue skills. You'll also perform community service and begin learning about things like earning and saving money.
Requirement for the first class rank include continuing to build on the Scoutcraft skills learned on the second class rank, plus learning about weather, use of a GPS unit, canoeing or kayaking, more advanced first aid and rescue techniques, and civic concerns like constitutional rights and obligations.
Be careful not to tip those over. The tablecloth is paper.
The third highest rank is rewarded when you have served actively in your unit in a position of responsibility for at least 4 months, performed at least 6 hours of community service, and 6 merit badges.
Life Scout is awarded when you have served in a position of responsibility for 6 months and have performed at least 6 hours of community service. You must also earn 5 more merit badges.
I was comedically close to being 6.
Eagle Scout is the highest rank attainable. To become an Eagle Scout, you must earn a total of 21 merit badges and demonstrate Scout spirit, service, and leadership. This includes an extensive service project that you will plan, organize, lead, and manage.
So, can I have Lilah come up to receive her evil pin? Maybe after she's done letting him.
I already finished.
Okay. So,
Then what am I reciting?
it's like you have to answer your evil pin.
Gracie.
It's Ella Frick.
Keep reading.
Keep reading.
I would now like to ask Ella to come up and speak to the audience on what it means to be an Eagle Scout.
I'm just gonna put these out because the tablecloth is paper.
Being an Eagle Scout is an amazing honor that shows character and dedication. An Eagle Scout is someone who is an example of our Scout law. They are a kind, helpful, and brave person that is willing to do whatever they can to make someone else's day better. Lilah embodies these characteristics. Lilah is an amazing addition to our troop, and I am so grateful that I've been able to get to know her better and watch her grow with us these past couple of years. Through scouting, I have watched them become more resilient and open-minded. I have also watched them learn so many new skills, and I am so proud of Lilah for achieving the rank of Eagle Scout. Even though she has already earned this rank, there is still a path ahead that every Eagle Scout follows. By earning this award, they will now go on to use the skills they have learned to help others. Being an Eagle Scout doesn't mean that she will remember every first aid skill she was taught, but it means that she will try her best to use her current abilities to help others. Being an Eagle Scout means that they will be open to new challenges and do so with a smile, no matter how unappealing these challenges might seem. I hope that Lilah will continue her scouting journey even after earning her Eagle, and I know that she will continue to be the amazing person she is today.
It should be mentioned, I don't smile very often. I'm bad with challenges. I'm not sure how I got here. Wait, did you type that up or was all that scripted?
No, I did that.
She wrote it.
Thank you, Ella, for doing that. I would now like to ask Lilah's parents to join us. Lilah, are you ready to take your Eagle pledge?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's written down somewhere. Oh wait, no. You say it first and then I say it. That's how it works.
Lilah, please give me the Scout sign. I reaffirm my allegiance
I reaffirm my allegiance
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout.
the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I will do my best
On my honor, I will do my best. That was definitely stolen. Yeah.
to make my training an
To
example
make my training an example
of my rank and my influence count strongly
of my rank and my influence count strongly
for better scouting and better citizenship
for better scouting and better citizenship
in my troop and in my community,
in my troop and in my community,
in my contacts with other people.
in my contacts with other people.
To this, I pledge my sacred honor.
To this, I pledge my sacred honor, which probably doesn't mean anything. There's a lot of times sacred about me, but I'm trying.
Would Lilah's father please pin an eagle pin on Lilah?
God, no.
Status.
Please don't scout. Please don't scout. Please don't scout. If any of you become an Eagle Scout, you're free to stab your parents in exchange. I have a feeling that you guys will. You're all very confident. This thing's pretty, I like it. Something in the back that it has the French flag on it. I don't like this aside from the presence of the French flag.
Would Lilah's mother now present Lilah with her new Eagle Scout neckerchief?
I prefer the green and yellow one, but we have to have this for this specific thing. Once this is done, I'm going back to the green and yellow one. Yeah. Didn't you really want to be Eagle Scout too? Which makes me even happier when we're not here. Okay. Oops, sorry. face with a football not too long ago.
Okay, well, let's see who's to take over to present the parent grandparents and those
Parent first. I am not going to pin them on because I am pretty confident that I would stab you. No.
He's got a sweater.
No.
This is mom.
Whoops. Grandparent. Whoops.
So Rob, now you're going with speech.
Right. I would like to award both my grandparents with the grandparent pin. Would Jack Scarandio please rise and come forward? I am also not going to pin this on you. My grandparents have supported me on my scouting journey, by proxy. My grandmother contributed to various badges, fundraisers, and drives, such as my Eagle Project. My grandfather was unable to see me in scouting because he passed away in early summer 2020, but my grandfather was an avid scout who loved camping and adventure, unlike me, who despises camping. I wish he was here to see where I've gotten. I'm going to put this right here.
I would like to ask Lila's dad to come up for a few words.
You gotta do the mentor
Wait,
thing.
what?
Oh, you gotta do the mentor
I have to do
pins,
the
Gracie.
mentor pin. It's okay, it's okay. Who are these for? Oh, Sarah, was this for Sarah or?
No, it's not over.
Oh, sorry. The mentor pin is given to those who have taught and guided a scout on their journey to their Eagle milestone. I'm choosing to present two people with the mentor pin. For the first one, I ask Elnora Macbeth to rise and come forward. Elnora was the scoutmaster for the majority of the time that I've been in this troop, and I could not have gotten this far without her guidance. She helped me with my ability to communicate with other scouts and complete leadership tasks. Thank you so much for having helped me. For the second one, I asked Dr. Leona Oakes to rise and come forward. Dr. Leona Oakes has given me an effective outlet to talk about and work through my challenges as an autistic person and with other life situations and issues. That has helped take a huge weight off me during the course of my scouting journey. Thank you for helping me.
I would now like to ask Lila's dad to come up for a few words.
Hi everybody. So I just want to come up and just say a few words to thank a few groups and two people in particular. So the first group I want to thank are the parents of 1920. You've been supportive of Lilah, you've been welcoming of her, you've been open to her, and so I just wanted to say, for us as parents, it means a lot. So, thank you. Second group is the troops themselves. Again, you've been just supportive, you've helped her, and you've been open to her, and you've encouraged her to move forward through different tasks and activities, and it just means a lot to us as parents to have such a supportive group set of peers for Lilah.
I'm shocked that you guys tolerate me.
The first person I want to thank is Julie McGinnis. She's been like a cheerleader for Lilah. She's just so joyous and so encouraging, and is always on Lilah's side and just wants to do her best, and she knows that she can do great things. And she's just been a great cheerleader, not just for Lilah, but for all the scouts. And the last person, of course, is Elnora.
We already thanked Elnora.
And we can thank her again. She, when we first moved over to 1920 from a previous troop, we talked to numerous scoutmasters, and Elnora was just so warm and friendly, and had this kind of great. You just felt great around her. I say this to anyone who I talk to about Elnora, and we as parents have this red flag. And we've met a lot of people and they've always said, oh, I know autism. And it's a huge red flag for us because
You don't know autism.
you don't know autism.
It's too broad to know.
But Eleanor, she said one thing that was very important afterwards. She says, I know my son has autism, but I don't know what it looks like for Lilah. And for us, that was just a huge thing because every kid is different with autism. So
You know some things about autism, but you don't know all
it
of
just
them.
meant so much to us that she said those words afterwards. And she's been so, again, a great cheerleader for Lilah. And she knows exactly the line to push. And she's been, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the support of Eleanor. And Sarah, you've been a great Scoutmaster as well. I just wanted to thank you guys personally because this just means a lot to us as a family.
And also thank Spencer for actually being sleeper of my sanity intact.
Where's Gracie?
Gracie,
Did she come up?
no, Gracie, we still need you.
I almost felt like football. I'm so sorry. At this point, it's just wired.
I would now like to ask Dr. Oaks.
Nope, actually, it should be Scoutmaster Frick.
Eleanor, isn't it?
No, palms are presented by Scoutmaster Sarah Frick.
Okay, so we're skipping Dr. Oaks or going to the leader? Oh, okay. I would now like to introduce Elnora Macbeth, who was our former Scoutmaster and who still advises our troop and works on recruitment for the troop, to talk about the scouting journey.
Oh, okay. So we forgot to put it in there.
No, it's in there.
Oh, where is it?
Yeah, it's in there. Dice page. She has to say something.
Oh, gotcha.
So this is always an honor, and I actually have to apologize, Lilah. I came here and I didn't realize I'm wearing my Cub Scout shirt. So like, it's fine. This looks stupid. It's honestly, it's honestly funnier that way. I apologize for not dressing like I should. So it's funnier this way. So I'm here, and I would like to present to you the things that maybe you don't know about Lilah's journey. So from seeing it from a up close view, there was lots of things that brings a smile to and just a joy. So I need you to go to sci-fi with me for just a minute. We're gonna geek out for just a little second, and I apologize. But if you've ever read the books by Frank Herbert, the Dune series, yes, there's a movie that came out.
What does this have to do with Dune?
Just hold with me. Just go with me. So, in those books, especially in the first one, there's a phrase that is said over and over and over again, that fear is the mind killer. So now, teenagers, scouts, I want you to think about, and I want you to put a number up, how many fears do you honestly deal with on a daily basis? Put your hand up with a number. Just.
What's the scale? Same here. I've forgotten your cave.
I mean, you got 10 fingers. So like 10, I guess, okay, so 10 fingers means I'm worried all the time, and then it goes down from there. 0 means I have no worries in the world, and I'm a little bit of danger to myself.
People laughing proves that I can if I want to do something with my
So come
life.
on, teenagers, hold them up, because I think it's important, like seriously, teenagers, get them up. All the way up, like however many, because I think adults need to see this. Okay? All right, thank you very much. Put it down. So it is known that when we are afraid of something, it shuts this mind down, and we make bad decisions, or not as good as decisions as we could when we are not afraid. So something about Lilah's journey. Lilah is afraid every time.
Paranoia.
All the time. But there were moments every time where she wasn't, and we got to see who Lilah is. So one thing about Lilah's journey is she did this through fear. Where most teenagers, sorry, y'all would have been in the corner bawling your head off and not come back the next time. But she faced her fear again and again and again, and she came back again and again and again.
I faced a lot of burnout, and my parents dragged me back.
That's what we'll get there. So that is something of Lilah's journey that is very singular to her. And it was always interesting. Something I did very early on with Lilah is I never said you have to. Those words were death, right? Lilah, you have to do that. That was never something I used. It was, you need to do this for rank. You can do this later. You can do this now. And you can take a minute and watch the other scouts while and most of the time, to her absolute credit, sometimes she would sit back and watch and be like, oh, I don't know. But then she'd watch other scouts do it and then she'd go, okay. Some things that Lilah learned. You should never go climbing, ever.
That scares me.
The harness up high, never. Don't do that.
Zip lining is sometimes okay, it depends.
But so we learned that. So some things about her, and I do have to thank her parents. Because you don't earn an Eagle alone, but let's be honest, Rich Arsenal earned the Cappy Merit Badge. Like,
He's not even a scout.
I know, and he did it. And he did it.
That's not how it works.
Liz, you earned the cooking merit badge because anytime Lilah was giving a cooking task, like scouts, I don't know if you know this, but they started about 3 weeks early. And Lilah had to practice.
She made the cake.
And when Lilah had to cook for your camp out, it was about a 3-week process at home to learn how to do those things. And little steps and a little bit and a little bit. And
French toast was easy.
Somebody should say thank you, because that is a lot more than, it's certainly more than I did to my kid, and I'm like, don't burn it. That's about all the instruction he got. So,
that is my advice though.
Something that you may not know about Lilah, when she is at her ease, she has pipes. She can sing.
I'm pretty sure everyone here knows that.
Oh.
Or at least most of the people here.
So she can sing. She can really sing.
I was literally singing earlier into the mic.
So I just, Lilah found their fire with this troop, and I think she earned every animal merit badge there's possible. She loves
There's
animals.
one I'm missing.
See? That's not typical, by the way. Insect study, most people look at that and go, I'm not doing that.
I like insects,
Right?
although I wish I did more on cockroaches. I really like
Yeah,
those.
see? So she really did face her fears. She was a delightful scout. She added to the troop. You did add to the troop, and it's my opinion, so that's why I go. So she added to the troop because she made people think in a different way. Whenever we were talking about something, especially in the citizenship merit badges, she always had a slightly different take that always involved the person. It always involved the person in, well, what about this? And what about this group? And what about this? And I was amazed, and I learned at her wisdom. Because there's a lot of wisdom there.
Being confrontational has its perks.
And it is an honor and a pleasure to have been her scoutmaster. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alora. I would now like to ask Dr. Oakes, who acts as Lilah's therapist, who helps Lilah with her anxiety and autism, to please say a few words.
I'm kind of happy Spencer didn't hit this, because he would probably literally say a few words. Or he would say something inappropriate that should not be said at an Eagle Fort.
Okay.
So Lilah, I don't know if you remember the first thing you ever said to me.
I don't.
But it was, so I went out to the waiting room and I called Lilah's name, and I think her dad was with her and he was like, this one. And I said, all right, like right this way. And she said, probably to my impending death. And we walked down the hallway.
I said that, honestly, typical.
And we walked down the hallway, right? And we entered my office and you were like, okay, I'm not dead. And I said, yeah, right? And then you laughed, and it was a good sign, right? And I feel like when we talk about Lilah, it's so important to talk about how Lilah begins and ends with genuineness, and how much a part that is of who Lilah is and how her autism shapes her, right? Lilah is who she is, regardless of where she is, who she's with, and what's going on around her. And when I thought about about how Lilah lives the Scout law, that's what kept coming back to me. When we think about how trustworthy and loyal Lilah is, it's obvious because she's genuinely who she is. So if she commits to something, that's it, she's committed.
Being trustworthy does not just mean being honest.
That's right, but we can trust you to be honest.
Usually.
In addition to many other things. But you are loyal to a fault, especially to your friends. And that builds the trust, right? They really intersect together and create.
Sometimes I seem cold, but that is completely on accident.
Yes.
Sorry for that.
And relatedly, right, you are helpful and kind because you know what it is to experience hardship, to experience fear. And when you see other people experiencing that, you can't tolerate it. You jump in. And it's funny because friendly's on the list, and I don't think everyone thinks of you as a friendly person, but I think if anyone has ever seen Lilah around someone else who is vulnerable or in pain or afraid.
I make an attempt.
Exactly. She jumps right in wholeheartedly with so much kindness. And when I think of bravery, I think of Lilah.
Even though I'm scared of a lot of things.
But bravery doesn't mean not being scared. It means doing what you are afraid of doing and taking that risk and taking that chance. And that is what you persevere in every day.
Like what happened in Bristol when I had a panic attack on a rope net.
Right,
Like
showing up,
attack of my life.
knowing your anxiety could be triggered, and doing it anyway, because you also know your anxiety is a dirty, rotten liar, unlike you. Your anxiety is not trustworthy, and you're building that trust in yourself.
When I lie, I make sure it's not about anything that could harm anyone.
Yes. And you're always picking yourself up and looking at what else can be done.
I'm trying to.
And taking everyone with you. I think your advocacy work that you've already started at only the age of 17 is extraordinary.
People do it at like 15.
Yeah, but you're doing it at 17 for the LGBTQ community, for the autistic community, again, for any vulnerable population, for animals with your Eagle Scout project. And that's a huge part of who you are and a huge part of your bravery.
I also have a feud with someone's mom, but the person whose mom I have a feud with thanked me for standing up for them, so I think that says enough.
Mm-hmm. And related to that, always courteous.
I tried
in your way, right? From asking if you can put your feet up every single time you step into my office.
I don't mean any harm, I can say that much. Unless it's to someone I really hate, which is no one in this room.
But what I really appreciate about your courtesy is it's never out of obligation. It is always sincere. If you are courteous to someone, it is because you care. And lastly, I know you would never say that you are cheerful, but you make me laugh every time I see you.
I think people think I'm funny, that's as close as I'm gonna get.
And I appreciate that about you. So thank you, Lilah.
It's like a sharp religion discussion.
Okay, thank you.
Did you just take Gracie's script?
No, this is mine.
Well, Gracie doesn't have a script apparently, so.
Thank you, Dr. Ropes. Now, if Scoutmaster Frick would please come forward and present the palms Lilah has earned so far.
I'm going to say that a lot of the things in the last speech I would consider untrue.
Okay.
I actually. So, Lilah, let's see your sash there, right? There is
Those are all the merit badges Lilah has earned. So, to become Eagle, there's 21 that you have to do.
I definitely did more than that.
You did do more than that. And so then, each of these palms is for 5 more that you had done. And you got 4 of them, so you've done 20 extra. And spoiler alert, these are the ones that you had done when you got your Eagle this summer.
And there's going to be a lot more soon.
There's going to be a lot more soon, so, come back in a couple weeks for a true court of honor.
I am not putting them on. Okay, we'll just leave them here for now. I don't want to get stabbed. No.
And then, you can put them on your
Eagle pin here. I think there is some stuff that I can use because I don't want to do this piece of cloth. Okay. I don't know why I just went with all that.
All right, congratulations, Lilah.
would now like to ask Lilah now to say a few words.
It's okay.
It's your speech on the last page, Lilah.
Okay, the last page.
Purple.
What?
Your purple, the purple.
Oh,
Yep, there you go. You got it.
that is not purple, that is red.
Oh, yeah, I did it by mistake. You're good. You read it.
That is my beginning, oh wait, no. Welcome everyone to my Eagle Court of Honors. It's a great speech.
Yeah, slow down.
I hope that you are having a good evening. The entire reason that I started this journey of scouting was to interact with people and get a sense of achievement. It was COVID, and my social life wasn't particularly good, so I joined this organization and did many activities and overcame many challenges along the way. My goal initially was to socialize more with people, but eventually I started setting other goals as well, such as becoming a better communicator with people. Needless to say, I've reached many of those goals, but I've learned that some are a lifelong process. Over the course of my journey, I learned more about my own flaws and how to overcome them. I also learned that people can be better than I sometimes expect. I made my fair share of friends in Scouts, and even those I'm not friends with, I still enjoy my time with. I learned a lot of skills in Scouting, whether they pertain to outdoor survival or leadership or somewhere in between. I learned that I could build things with power tools and a lot of arm pain. I also learned how to whittle and use a sharp knife in a number of ways, which was also scary to me, as being cut is a fear of mine. I have learned more about how to manage phone calls and emails, which has proven as an essential skill time and time again, even though I am terrified of phone calls. There were a lot of fun things I learned too, such as horsemanship, coin collecting, and how to better care for my pet dog, and also learning that my Pokemon card collection was worth over $1,000. There were a lot of challenges on my journey. I often felt burnt out from all the work, but overcame that with a lot of support, which taught me that asking for help can be an incredible tool in life in various situations. I got help from my family, my friends, my troop, and various other people in life, and I am grateful for all their help. I never thought that I would become an Eagle Scout, and I am surprised, incredibly grateful, and very proud to have gotten this far. Thank you all again for being here and supporting me on my journey.
All right. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she can write as well.
I would like to introduce this woman.
This woman, that's a Congress person, I think.
I love it. It's like audible. I'm sure it's making everyone so happy. Hi, I'm Assemblywoman Sarah Clark, and during COVID, I was one of the folks that was lucky enough to meet Lilah and get to do, were we doing a badge?
I think it was citizenship
think.
in the community. I think you helped her with that.
And we
Yeah.
had to do it over Zoom, and she had to ask all these questions, and I had to pretend like I knew what I was talking about, because I was only in the job like 6 months at that point, but
That's better than what I can do.
but we had fun, right, on that
Yeah.
Zoom. I remember it fondly, and so when I got this email, you did a great job, in my inbox, asking to come tonight, which, by the way, I've been in this position 4 years now, and I've never been to one of these. You're the first and only.
All
Well, because you're special to me, so I really wanted to make sure. I've sent a lot of certificates, but I'm not always able to make it, because I too also have 3 kids who I run around with at night. But I just couldn't miss today, and be here today to give you also, along with it, your New York State Assembly citation, celebrating your immense honor that you have earned over many years, through a lot of what I'm hearing, perseverance, dedication, support from so many people. And man, you are covered in badges. It's so great to see, and I feel proud to get to know, I feel proud that I know you, and wanted to make sure you had the assembly citation delivered in person.
By the
So
way, tell your kids
Go
I
ahead.
said hi.
Hey, Lilah, you can get up and take it from her.
I did not expect this especially.
Well, we like to keep you on your toes. Do you want to look around and you want to do a picture like this?
Yeah, yeah.
You're a professional.
Yep, hold on.
Thumbs up as we place with the smile all the time, because I don't like the way you smile.
Okay, well, mine's crooked. I need to. Okay, okay, here we go. Thumbs up.
Right? Good job. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So are we still doing the Scoutmaster news?
Yes.
So, if I can have our Scoutmaster present her Scoutmaster minute.
Do you know where you were on Monday, February 21st, 2022? Troop 1920 was celebrating our first scout achieving the rank of Eagle, Nisha Kirsch.
No, I'm assuming still ice skate. Don't worry, I can't either.
And at this Nisha's Eagle ceremony, there was a tenderfoot scout there who was lamenting the fact they could never make it to Eagle, it was just too hard. Do you know who that scout was? It was Lilah.
I'm not sure how this happened, okay?
Within 2.5 years after Nisha's Eagle celebration, Lilah was sitting at their own Eagle board review this summer. And now we are all gathered to celebrate that accomplishment today. Was it easy?
No.
No.
Why is my life aside from staying alive?
How about that 50-mile bike ride? Is that easy?
No. I did get to pet a dog near the end though, so that was a little helpful.
Okay, there you go. Little goes along the way.
I like dogs. I like most animals, except dolphins.
The path to Eagle we've talked about is long and difficult. There are lots of skills to learn, ranks and merit badges to earn, volunteer hours and leadership roles to fulfill. But you did it, Lilah. You can do hard things. Oftentimes, there are things in life that seem overwhelming if you just look at the end goal. But a goal worth reaching is never achieved in a single step. It is a combination of a lot of small steps, small wins and achievements that add up to large steps and large wins and achievements. I encourage each of you to take a step back and look for the next step to take you on your own journey. And before you know it, you'll achieve things you didn't think you could, just like Lilah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Frick. Could everyone rise for the closing flag ceremony? Thank you. Color guard, please assemble. Scout salute. Color guard, prepare the colors. Color guard, retire the colors.
There was some kind of metal with a hole in it, that's all I know. If you had a metal pipe and put it on this, that might help.
You may now be seated.
Lilah?
Hey, Lilah. You have your last thank yous.
Wait, I do?
Yep.
Okay.
You could read it over to me, please.
No.
Okay. You want to read it for me? Okay.
At this point, I want to thank a few more people. Gracie Bow, thank you for being the MC for my Eagle Court of Honor. The gifts are over there. And Gracie's over there.
What's the next one?
Ella Frick, thank you for your speech on being an eagle. Ella Frick, Sarah Frick. Isn't your name spelled with an H?
It is.
My mom spelled it without one. Thank you for your work as our new Scoutmaster and for being generally supportive of my work. That is a lot of work in that one sentence. Alyssa, how do we pronounce your last name?
Can't.
It's Alyssa. Me?
Alyssa, yeah, I just want to know how to pronounce your last name. Alyssa Cantor, thank you so much for helping me with thanking of my dad. Why is everyone clapping? You haven't even finished yet. Okay. Finally, thank you to our troop sponsors, Tim Rothfuss, spelled wrong as always, and Pastor Adam. My mom and dad cannot spell your name. I'm sorry, Mom. Also, we brought a water heater. You can keep it after we're done.
Okay, is that it, honey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Gracie Bow, for hosting my Eagle Court of Honor. Now everyone, enjoy the slideshow as you adjourn to the other room for cake, cookies, coffee, and drink. Even though coffee's our drink, I'm not sure how that works. Thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Leave 2 more days. 4 more to go.
Do you have your phone?
Yes.
Okay. My bad, I'll write your head on.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
To the other room.
Oh, that's Richard's probably, yeah. He'll Jake had me.
Not used to this lobbying kind of thing.
That's kind of loud.
That's right.
I was about to say exactly the same thing. I have a relationship with Lilah, and I just remember.
I don't think she's ready yet.
Cool.
It's in this
I'll watch her. You're good.
So that is my email.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna send an email and refresh you that we met Lilah's next. Is this,
Yeah.
yeah, because if you just look at what the legislation says, and look at the responses and you know the process better, so if it's insurance or not.
But yeah, I will
It's
definitely.
insurance.
It is
Yeah.
insurance,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
So I would love to.
I might take you up on it. I've been doing a lot.
Well, it's just so important, and look at, just the quality of life, and she's going to do something. You know, I don't know how much you know about it, but maybe it's, and there's, if you look at how it's people are talking about it, it's easy. They have been so proud, and she doesn't have to because her parents are telling her
The other side of it is too, this is not anything to do, I mean, it's just adding choice as opposed to taking away something from something.
Right.
So it's just saying, ABA, go for it, go do your ABA if you would like. We would just like to have this as an option for parents who exactly like these parents who did get the DIR.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Cool.
that'd be cool.
No, I'd love to.
Fantastic.
Send me an email.
Will do.
You know, I mean, like, having it, she did write in her email, I know it's an awful night for you.